All right, I'm back. Back. All right, welcome to my 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. broadcast. Uh, going to take this thing back to the Blog Talk Radio Network. Get that online because I might have individuals want to call in. So we got to get the phone system set up. In addition to that, tomorrow, Wednesday, which is going to be the 12th, we're going to have Wild Out Wednesday. My show on Wednesdays is going to be my Wildin' Out show. And my Wild Out Wednesday show is just going to be a Wild Out topic. Tomorrow's topic, you, 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 um, uh, okay. So tomorrow, Wildin' Out tomorrow night, Wild Out Wednesday. Tomorrow's topic here over on Dad's Traded. You shot the skeet when you clap the cheeks. Now write the damn check. Applaud me, you goddamn it. Applaud me. You shot the skeet. Now you shot the skeet when you clap the cheeks. Now it's time to pay that check. Now it's time to pay for that. Pay. You got to pay for that skeet. All right. We're gonna speak that tomorrow, Wildin' Out Wednesday, and every Wednesday night. I'm gonna have a crazy topic. Uh, next week, Wildin' Out Wednesday topic's gonna be. She was cockeyed. How did she get your skeet? She was cockeyed. How did she get your skeet? Just explain to me how she got your skeet. Oh, we taking this thing down a whole different street, people. A whole different street. But listen, I definitely appreciate you guys for being here, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over here on Dash Traded. For individuals that's watching me on uh Negro Please, the link is below. For individuals that is watching this on TikTok, the link is in the bio. Come on over here, subscribe, get that notification bell. Don't miss one night. We're going to be here. I want to be clear. I told my secretary to keep all of my work off the boards. A lot of things changed over the last 2 weeks. We now only do. I'm only open Monday through Fridays. I still can do a consultation, but I can't do things when I'm drafting up motions. I will not be in the office. I will not be next to a computer, so I won't be able to draft up. I will still be able to fit in and squeeze in consultations. In addition to that, we're only open on office hours now. Can't I've tried to do this thing where I have you know I tried to do this thing. I did, and I tried. I tried to do this thing where I catered to all hours. I was doing consultations from 8 in the morning to 9 o'clock. My last one at 9 o'clock. The unfortunate thing with that is, me and Lydia's time kept clashing. I would have something set up, didn't know I had two consultations, and that's not good business. However, um, so this is why a lot of individuals now, when you want a consultation with us, and if you want a consultation, if you need us for help, you're gonna text $50 consultation. I'm ready. Anything other than that, you're gonna get blocked. Text $50 consultation. I'm ready. That number is below the video. Uh, and we're gonna we're gonna get you in, but it sometimes it's gonna be the next day because I'm limiting it to just 5 to possibly 6 consultations a day. When I say 5, possibly 6, the way me and Lydia did it, we came up with an elaborate plan, and that is stop giving people on top of the hour times, and now give people between 10 and 11:30. So if I finish early, I can call you earlier, and that's how we doing it now. Can't do this thing where I'm giving people hours no more because it's getting so many. It's just cramming up. We gotta restructure how we do consultations. Okay, just take heed to that. Um, for individuals that want to be down. Tonight's show is brought to you by Jefferson's Cafe. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine, with 2 locations. That's right, 2 locations on South Day Street in Orange, New Jersey, and another location on Maple Avenue in Montclair, New Jersey. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine. All right, let's get this thing going on. Let's get this thing back on track. Okay, so what's up, Chaos? So tonight we're talking about hearing officers. Okay. Now, before I get this thing going off, or before I get this thing popping off, I got to just tell you, please keep things on topic. I cannot and will not answer questions off topic. It's the way I gotta do this. I was doing it before. I was letting people say things. I was trying to answer questions, but I can no longer, and I will no longer. We got to keep this thing moving and grooving. That's right. Got to keep this thing moving and grooving. So I will not. I repeat, I will not answer any questions off topic. I'm going to read your comment. Yesterday, I had individuals, um, um, you know, uh, I had an individual say, um, you know, uh, can this, can that, whatever. Uh, I, I I didn't answer them. All right. So we're going to talk about something tonight. And that's something that we're going to talk about as hearing officers. Now, I told a lot of you individuals, I told you individuals um, that I told a lot of you individuals that what I don't want to do is tell you anything, and I never will. I never will tell you anything. I will never tell you anything that is wrong. I tell you guys, like I always would tell you, please, by all circumstances, if you don't believe what I say, please verify what I say with an attorney. Please, I'm begging you. With that being said, let us get on with tonight's show. Like I said, I'm back! I need to hear that a little bit louder. I'm back! All right. All right. All right. So, hearing officers. I tell a lot of you guys that when it comes to hearing officer, you uh when it comes to hearing officers, you don't need to uh ever listen to a hearing officer. And the problem with a lot of individuals go down there and they allow a judge to tell them, I'm going to have you talk to a hearing officer. Last time I spoke to a hearing officer, I cursed them out. I'm not saying do that. But a lot of you guys got to understand the perspective and narrative of our laws in which they are currently constructed. A lot of our law in which it is currently constructed doesn't include a hearing officer. This is when they say child support is illegal. This is what they're talking about. The administrative side of child support is illegal, not child support. I can sue you for anything that I want. I just got to prove my case in court. However, what you gotta, what you always gotta understand, um, is a lot of you guys. What you do is you go to court and you allow, once again, a judge to tell you, um, "Hey, look, I'm going to have you talk to a hearing officer, and this hearing officer is going to do one thing. This hearing officer is going to collect all of the information that they need to know from you, and that hearing officer is going to do one thing. They're going to bend all your testimony. They're going to bend everything you say, all of your strong suits. Nope, it's not going to be heard. And then all of the woman's strong suits, they're going to be marked up as the thing to be. Let me tell you how a lot of you guys go to court and you lose when the mother is living with her mother and you have your own place. Whenever I hear you lost, you went in front of a hearing officer, because a judge will have to explain him or herself how exactly does this person lose under these conditions when we are here for the best interest of the child. So we're going to talk about that tonight. So, excuse me. So, like I tell y'all, what you got to understand when you go to court, you got to understand, you got to understand that the only reason why you get screwed over like you do is because when you're talking to a hearing officer, what's happening is that hearing officer is taking your words, bending them, and they don't count. Let me jump in there and say they don't count. Let me say that again. When you are talking in front of a hearing officer, those words don't count. What you're allowing and what you've agreed to is an interpretation of what they think is right for it to be the law. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. Stop going with me. Remember, I charge $1 to watch my live streams. My Cash App link is below. You will give me my dollar via my Cash App, or you will look at that, look at the comments. You'll see that $sign. You will hit that $sign and pay me my dollar, or you can simply just hit that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button is your fee. It's your fee, okay? So I appreciate those thumbs up. Share my videos. People need to hear this. So a hearing officer, you will go down and talk to a hearing officer under the context of this is law and this is real. This is the real deal. This is how it's going down. This is authentic when in fact it's not. When I tell you the perspective and the narrative of objects in its mirror are closer than they appear, that is it on full display. Objects in its mirror are closer than they appear. They are not real. The only thing is real when you go and talk to a hearing officer is your losses. All of your highlights. Let me tell you the thing with a hearing officer. Whenever you hear somebody say, I'm going to make a recommendation to your words, you should cringe. Heard what I just said? Whenever somebody make a recommendation to your words, you should cringe. Why would I want to go to a drive-through, order a number 5 with extra mayo, only to get a number 7 with extra ketchup, with extra mustard, and say, well, why did I get this as opposed to what I asked for? Only to hear, well, we heard what you said, but we recommend this. A recommendation is something that you never want. You want the real deal. You don't want a recommendation. You don't want your words to be shrunken down to a recommendation. You want to say, when you say, I have better living arrangements for the child, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be recommendations. Nothing should be recommendations, of course, when you have the winning hand. So what happens is when you guys go talk to hearing officers, that's the unfortunates of what you get. And you sit down there and you take it, not realizing you shouldn't be dealing with that. Not realizing, oh, you messing up. Yeah, you messing up. You messing up. You ever ask yourself, why is it that everybody other than a judge got a classified name that try and make it appear as though they are authority. Hearing officer, commissioner, guardian, enlighten. These are all words that are designed to make you feel as though these people are more superior than you. Once again, appreciate those thumbs up. They're not. They're not even part of the process because you scared. And listen. Let me say something. Here's what y'all do. Y'all go talk to a hearing officer, and y'all allow that hearing officer. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. Y'all go to court, and y'all go talk to a judge, and y'all allow that judge to tell you, well, this is part of the process. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. So we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna say this. So we're gonna jump into it, and I'm gonna say this. When you go to court and you are talking to a hearing officer, you know what you're doing? Have an idea what you're doing? You're falling for a bunch of gimmicks. You're falling for some gimmicks. What are gimmicks? Gee, I'm glad you asked. A hearing officer gimmicks is no rules at all. They're gimmicks, passed off as law. Everything that a hearing officer is there for, and you ask them. All you have to do is ask them, why are you here? Why? You're here to interpret, correct? Why would I want my words interpreted? Because in every perspective and in every narrative, anytime words get passed off or words get transferred to be told by something else, they are never as originally told. So why should I be talking to you? Is what you should ask a hearing officer. Because you could please, I'm begging you, by any means, tell them that the big ugly guy tell them that the big ugly guy on YouTube said you're not part of the judicial system, and y'all never transfer my wins forward to the judge. You always going to make recommendations based on Title 4D. Gimmicks. 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 Their recommendations, gimmicks. If you don't believe this, and I understand, I'm telling you here tonight, When it comes to hearing officers, give them something to listen to. They're there to hear. They're there to listen. Give them something to listen to. Tell them this. Why am I talking to you? Because I was told on YouTube by this big ugly guy, the big ugly guy, said, you're not, when I tell you something, because she lives with her mama and she lived at, see, I have seen too many individuals have landslide wins only to go talk to a hearing officer and run into gimmicks. And once gimmicks are involved, now that woman that had now that landslide win turns into a close race. Landslide win. I mean, according to hearing officers, if you was to take a hearing officer's ability to judge things to a race, a paraplegic could win against a triathlon runner. They'll find a way to gimmick up the thing, and now all of a sudden, when you add gimmicks to it, now it's a close race. That is what hearing officers do. Hearing officers do nothing but add gimmicks. And they take these gimmicks and they pass them off as, oh, this is the way we do things here. No. Mm-mm. And I'm going to tell you why you go through it. You go through it because if you don't want to say, here's what y'all do. If you was to go to court and say, I don't want to talk to you, I want to talk to a judge, I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further questioning. That's what I tell my individual to do. The hearing officer is going to not read that as they are part of a listening process. They're going to take that as an authoritative process. Like, oh, okay, well, we're going to go on without you. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's all smoke and mirrors. I have never, ever had a ruling. I have never had an individual have a ruling after they said that. It's kind of like when you go to court and you're being questioned by a cop and you say, I want to talk to my attorney. When you say, I would like this matter to go in front of a judge and I plead the Fifth Amendment to any further testimony. Oh, really? No, we'll continue without you. And then they'll get to talking and then they'll be looking at you because the second you say something, you just brought back into the gimmicks. You brought back into the gimmicks. So that leads me to my next segment. Hearing officers, they don't like to be challenged. They want you to come in there and lay down. Yeah. Oh, you ain't know that. Yeah, they want you to come. Yeah. They want you to lay down. Yeah, they don't want you don't get to challenge them. They are authority. They're officers. They was working at McDonald's the day before on fries. Know somebody and say, hey, we got a hearing officer slot, no law needed, and go in there and yeah. You may catch one or two that has Esquire in their name. You may, but even in them, their capacity is not for what it's supposed to be. They're nothing but individuals that have a neutral interest. Well, supposed to have a neutral interest, and they are there for the mother. You don't got to listen to them. They are not. Listen, when you challenge a hearing officer, just ask them, would you get offended if I challenge you? Or what authority do you have? What authority do you have? And if so, why is there, I want to speak to the highest person that's supposed to be ruling over my case. I don't want to talk to nobody, what you should say. I'm not interested in talking to nobody that all they do is give it. So who are you? Because when you ask that, once again, they don't like to be challenged. And challenging a hearing officer is anything other than just laying down. They want you to come in there and lay down. They want you to come in there and be scared. I cannot, under no circumstances, help you understand that any other way. I can't. But if this is law, why is a hearing officer affiliated? Why is a hearing officer affiliated? And like I said, like I was saying, get back to this point that I was making. When you go and talk to a hearing officer, like I said, they expect you to come in there and lay down. That's what they expect. They want to try and put some type of fear factor on you, so you could say, "Oh man, I better rock with this, or I'm gonna get in trouble." That's what they want you to believe, because that's what they want you to believe. Depending on who you are, is what you're going to believe or not. Now, if a court setting is supposed to be, if a court setting is supposed to be two people with a disagreement, you go and talk to a judge because that's the one that decides. And you guys, unfortunately, you think a hearing officer is going to decide. I don't know why. Individuals constantly keep listening to me and then say things like, "Oh no, I got a good hearing officer." You're good at hearing you, but as far as executing what you want, another story. Back to what I was saying. Hearing officers, they'll sit down there and they'll put all this stuff together and have you thinking, "Oh no, this and all that." Oh, they listen, and then you'll understand very soon. You'll understand sooner than later. You just got gimmicked, and when you ask them a question based on the valid, just how, just what percentage of what you say is actually going to be in your favor. That's a good question. Ask them what percentage of what you say will be forwarded to the judge. Ask them that. Okay. Ah. Okay. So let me do a plug right quick. Let me do a plug right quick. People, I'm gonna be here every night, Monday through Friday. That is 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Excuse me, Eastern Standard Time. Wednesdays. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow is Wednesday. Like every Wednesday, it's gonna be Wilding Out Wednesdays. Tomorrow's show is, as I said, you took the skeet and um, you took the skeet, and because you took the skeet, you uh, you got to send a check. So you bust the nut. Now what? That's what. You bust the nut, now what? Yeah, that's gonna be topic of tomorrow's title here on Dad's Moving Forward. You could come check it out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Send the link to a bunch of people so they can come out here. You took the nut, now what? So what's going on, Deshaun? He's up in here. I see you, my man. Ah, hold on. You shot the nut, now what? You shot a nut in the butt. Now what? Oh yeah, I like that title. Tomorrow on Wildin' Out Wednesday. You shot a nut in that butt. Now what? Ah, oh man, I cracked myself up. Oh wow. Uh, I like what Darkskin said. Darkskin TV says he says, "Wow, uh, uh, just shared your video with a man named Greg Doss. You both are basically saying the same thing, and it makes sense." Um, yeah, listen, I definitely appreciate that, and I am not, I am not at all interested in trying to sell you guys nonsense. I don't like the system. The enemy is first women and then the system. Let me say that again. The enemy is first women and then the system. A lot of guys that I've helped over the 25 years I've been doing this, and a lot of individuals are running around here making it seem like the courts, the courts, the courts, the courts. No, no, it's not the courts. It's the women. Understand that first. The women are the ones that play this pit bull narrative where they say, "Oh, I'm gonna take you down to the man," or whatever word perspective that they want to use. They say, "I'm gonna take you down to court," and you guys sit up there and you believe the narrative. You believe the narrative that it's the courts, it's the courts, it's the courts. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Uh, It's the same perspective as the man is sick the dog on the man. The dog just don't get put down. The man goes to jail. You don't get to just sit down there and say, "I'm gonna take you down to court," and then I sit down there and say, "I love you, baby, and everything. I know you did well for me, but these courts is killing me." No, you. So I appreciate that, and yeah, I have no interest in making anybody feel is like it's I'm trying to make anybody feel like, oh, this is just a one off. This is just, no. Every woman, there's a protocol on what happens when it comes to fighting the system. So I'm glad me and this gentleman are saying the same thing. I have no reason to lie. I don't. And it is what it is. My man Deshaun, I appreciate that $2. He, in fact, is a super chat cat. I salute you, sir. Thank you for that $2 via my super chat. And like I tell all you, I got a lot of people watching. I don't have as many thumbs up as I got people watching. Tag along after Deshaun be a super chat cat. You see that dollar sign next at the bottom of those comments. Give me my dollar, or you can waive your fee by hitting that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button is your fee. Look below, hit my cash app, um, hit my cash app for my dollar. Money sign nerd solo at Cash App. That's my handle. Money sign nerd solo. All right. Okay. And once again, Deshaun, I appreciate that super chat cat of the day right there. Right. I appreciate that, my man. Uh I didn't even see that. He said, "Salute to Chris and to all the big heads of the world, to us big heads of the world." I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I got a nugget on me, man. Like my hat size is Earth. I have no problem with telling you guys my hat size is Earth. But I definitely appreciate that, man. Much respect, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm always in awe. I'm always in shock when individuals give me support. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm always in shock. I'm in support because at 56 years old, all of my life I listened to people tell me I was corny. All my life I had to listen to people tell me I wasn't saying the right stuff. Let women tell it. I don't have no swag. It's okay. But it's an old friend of mine said, "When a student is ready, the teacher will appear." Once again, when a student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I take that as a perspective of when I speak, the students will come. And that's what I try to tell a lot of people that got a talent. I try to tell my friend, she works out, she goes to the gym every day faithfully. She's a woman of color. I tell her that, you know, Honestly, I think she can make $1 million a year. I think that if she put 5 of her workouts on social media and do some merchandising, I just I don't she's just wired different. People here in Virginia is just wired different from us people up north. Us people up north, we all about the hustle and about the money. We don't put none of our hustles. We don't let on none of our hustles go to dormant, and it's just different here. And I understand how she is. With that being said, so once again, y'all, I am here every night, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can come on over here, join this thing. You go over here, you will always learn something. I promise you that. Tonight's show is brought to you by Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine, with 2 locations on Day Street in Orange, New Jersey, and another location on Maple Avenue in Montclair, New Jersey. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine. And listen, if you are in need of help, yes, that's right. If you are in need of child support help, you can easily get help by texting 732-875-9111. That information is below the screen. That's right. If you need help, it starts with the consultation. 732-875-9111. What you're going to do is, when you are ready, you're going to text your name and $50 consultation. I'm ready. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal accepted. Okay. I'm talking about hearing officers here tonight. A lot of you guys, you believe in these individuals. I'm here to tell you that these individuals, they're not as advertised. You can believe that. Um, but like I said already, hearing officers, they're only in place to promote gimmicks. Gimmicks is a bunch of lies. They like to talk to you, not to help you, but only to talk to you, to get you to surrender all your feelings and emotions, so they can just take it and say, "Oh, I gauged him at. He's a number 8 dad." What's the number 8 dad? A number 8 dad is a dad that he got. It's a landslide over the mom. She ain't got no chance. And I'm gonna hit him with some gimmicks and bring that 8 down to a 2. Oh yeah. So he's a 2. He's a 2 dad. A 2 dad. A deadbeat ranks at number 6. So a 2 dad is even worse. So they hearing officers are only there to invoke a bunch of gimmicks. Share this video. A bunch of gimmicks, and y'all believe that. In addition to that, hearing officers never want to be challenged. When you challenge a hearing officer, you fucked up. Yeah, you did. You fucked up. Yes, you did. Shut up. You fucked up. Yeah, you did. Uh-huh. 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 So when you challenge a hearing officer, if I can give you an example of challenging a hearing officer, and the unfortunate of you guys is, you get so scared. You get so scared, you honestly allow a hearing officer to just give me a second. I will never understand why anybody is scared of a hearing officer. So it leads me to believe that you are scared of the process in its entirety. Let me say that again. You are scared of the process in its entirety. Period. Period. Th- they're not worth anything else. They're not. Another thing that hearing officers do, They are here to provide what we call a smokescreen. Smokescreen antics. What is smokescreen antics? Smokescreen antics is to say, you see this, now it's gone. It was never there in the first place. Yes, it was. Smokescreen antics. We'll be talking about this tomorrow night. A lot of lawyers, family court attorneys. I'm not talk. I don't ever talk about defense attorneys. I want to make that clear. Family court attorneys and hearing officers. Smokescreen antics. This. Wow. I do this thing at the top of the hour where I tell a little story. So I'm going to get into this and I'll continue it after the top of the hour because this 7 minutes, of course, and I got to do my plugins. I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm going back to my old radio format when I was on the Talk Zone Radio Network. And the Talk Zone Radio Network, you came on at the top of the hour. At 21 and 22, you go to commercials. You come back in at 23 to 40. Excuse me, 23 to 40. Then from 41 and 42, commercial. Then from 43 to 56, you go into to close the show out if you got an hour-long program. Then from 56 to the top of the hour, they do commercials, and then they switch to another studio and put them in. So that's I, I guess when you listen to me, you hear I do this thing and I sound like a radio broadcaster. So I know how to do commercials. I know how to do commercial reads. I know how to do that. Even though there are no commercial reads, I just remember it in my head. I'm real good at this. Thank you. So I am going to as I do this thing, I look at the clock and I keep these times in my head. And so when I say I don't want to get into something at the top of the hour, it's 6 minutes to the top of the hour. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tell this story, but at the top of the hour, I want to tell y'all another story. So smoke screen antics. That'll be the topic of tomorrow's show. But smoke screen antics, if I can just jump in it for, like I said, for 5 minutes. Smoke screen antics are the biggest thing that you guys fall for. There is nothing worse than smoke screen antics. By the mere name itself of hearing officers, smoke screen. When a hearing officer asks you a question, smoke screen. You want an example of this, yes? All right, I got 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Smoke screen antics. You go to court. Excuse me. You go to court. You go in front. We're talking about hearing officers tonight, yes? Share this video. You go to court. You talk to a hearing officer. And you say to the hearing officer, we had an agreement, and every time I went and picked up the child, we was at a different place. The last 3 times I picked up my child, she was at a homeless shelter. And I know she didn't have a place to live because, and you think you're telling this high potent story to somebody that's making a difference. I got 3 minutes till we get to the top of the hour. So I'm gonna squeeze this in. I'll pick it up at the back. I'm on the back end. This is what you do. Tell me why I'm wrong. And the last time I went and picked them up, I I know that shelter closes their door at 7. After 7, you can't get back in. And then you say, the last 2 times I picked up the child, you calling the hearing officer, Your Honor. Last time I had to pick the other 2 child up, Your Honor. I got all the baby stuff, and she said bring them back. So I had all the baby stuff, all his clothes. I had about, Your Honor. She gave me about 8 bags when I picked up the child, and I know she wasn't going to sleep at the shelter that night because you told it to a hearing officer. The hearing officer is going to say, they're gonna give him. The hearing officer gonna give you that look, like that don't mean nothing. Like, and where do you live? And they're gonna ask you in such a way where it's gonna punch you in your belly, and you're gonna sit there and be like, dang, you you just gonna be you're gonna feel so defeated. You're gonna be like, it meant nothing. Smoke screen antics. There's nothing worse. I seriously think smoke screen antics by these attorneys, by these hearing officers, is the absolute worst that you guys face when you go to court. They are. They are the absolute worst. They are the absolute worst. They are. I truly listen. I, I I you can listen to a lot of people come up with these stories, or however they want to execute. But what you guys are looking at today is a guy that I ain't losing. There ain't no version of me losing. Ask my ex-wife. I'm the only one that got a divorce. His wife signed the divorce papers, and she didn't find out to the divorce until 3 months after the fact, and she signed the papers. You looking at them. Scour social media, and it's no coincidence why I'm doing this here with you tonight. I'm not getting to it. It's why I'm not in a relationship. I'm not getting sass. I don't go by sass. We ain't doing sass. When Atila Sean Bradley took me down for child support, I was over 6 figures. Left court with a $259 a month child support payment. You ain't gonna find nobody that makes 6 figures with a $259 child support payment. They don't exist. I'm the only one. There is one. You looking at them. I don't play none of that. None of that. I'm willing to go to jail and put my life on the line for what I believe in. And I will go there and I will tell them that. I will bend the law and I won't break it. I will go in there. I'll tell every hearing officer, up out of here. I'll tell a judge. Me and Judge James Triano was arguing. I'm gonna talk about that after I get into after the story. Top of the hour. Once again, y'all, appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate those thumbs up. Appreciate my man Deshaun for that $2 contribution via my super chat. He's a super chat cat of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and salute you again. I always love, as I told you guys, I'm always appreciative of individuals that support the channel. I appreciate the support of the channel. It didn't mean nothing to me before. I'm going to be honest with you. Giving me $1, I use the thumbs up to convey you to really. I really want the thumbs up. It sends a bigger algorithm through the system. When you kick knowledge like I kick, when you are not the Breakfast Club, when you ain't spreading the gossip and the BS, you'll never have a 15,000, 20,000, 100,000 view YouTube channel. You know, I'm not spitting child support is illegal, child support is illegal, child support is illegal. So you'll see those individuals, they'll have thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, excuse me. I'm not that dude. I'm kicking the real. Not to say they're not real. I just know what real is. So I appreciate that. Once again, tomorrow, Wild Out Wednesday. Hope you be here. You shot that nut in that butt. Now what? You shot a nut in that butt. Now what? Wilding Out Wednesdays. Wilding Out Wednesdays, man. My topics are gonna be crazy. You're gonna be like, is he really saying that? Yes. Yes. We're gonna have some fun. Wild Out Wednesdays. Be here. And this episode, This edition of A Dash Traded brought to you by Jefferson's Cafe with 2 locations on Day Street and North Day Street, excuse me, in Orange, New Jersey, and another location in on Maple Ave, excuse me, in Montclair, New Jersey. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine. Get yourself over there. Tell them Chris sent you. Please stop in. If you're up in New Jersey, you're heading over to New York. For all you people that are listening to me in New York, it just get yourself across the GWB. Come up Route 280. Come up Route 280. Get off at the Orange Street exit. It has an exit right off of Route 280. And you go there and you go over to Jim Jefferson's of Jefferson's Cafe and tell him Chris sent you. Yeah, tell him. Tell him I sent you. Um, and got a lot of individuals that's gonna see this, got a lot of individuals gonna be just going through a lot of things, and they're gonna be needing some help. And it starts with the consultation. So when you need a consultation, all you're gonna do is text us at 732-875-9111. You're gonna text $50 consultation already when you're ready. Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal payments only. When it comes to Cash App, I only do consultations via PayPal, Cash App, excuse me. I do not accept I do not accept payments of service via Cash App. I don't. Sorry, I don't. But it's the top of the hour, so I want to tell you guys a story. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Uh, you don't mind. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. And this is a story of intimidation. It's a story of intimidation, and I need to tell a story to break the monotony. It's kind of like a long commercial, so I could just reset, run these topics back to you. But I want to always tell y'all something. The story that I want to tell y'all may not always coincide with what I'm talking about here tonight, but I want to tell you guys a story. And the name of this story is intimidation. And I want to tell this story of intimidation so you guys can truly understand family court. Family court is not what it seems. It's based on intimidation. If you want to say something, you're scared to say it. You allow the judge to look at you funny. You allow the judge to intimidate you. So I'm going to tell you guys a story of intimidation. I was in front of Judge Joseph Isabella, 212 Washington Street, Newark, New Jersey. Joseph Isabella, and I had my secretary file the appeal for me. I was wondering why I was going back in front of Judge Joseph Isabella. And she ended up filing a reconsideration. And the judge said to me, "You want me to reconsideration and I won't." And I just looked at him like, it's amazing how these cowards look at fathers and try to intimidate. The business of judges and the business of family court is to intimidate. When I draft motions, I understand that. I said to one judge, when I come there Thursday, don't try to look at me with a gangster. Don't act like a gangster with a robe on. You see, here's something that I learned when I went to school for law. I can say to a judge, "Hey, I know the court session starts on Thursday at 10 o'clock, but when you leave to go to court, I bang your wife, so I may be late." I told one judge, I won't, when he asked me to come to court, "Sorry, I won't be there. I'm gonna be too busy washing my feet. Won't be able to make it there." So I balance intimidation with cockiness and arrogance. That's the balance. And I tell you guys this because it's truly something that will save your life. It will. It will save your life. And once again, help starts with a consultation. 732-875-9111. You're going to text your name and $50 consultation already when you're ready. All right. So a lot of you guys don't understand because you're listening to a lot of people that are hitting you with a one dimension perspective on this fight. I'm hitting y'all with variables. I'm hitting y'all with multiple. I'm hitting y'all with multiple perspectives on this fight. And one of the things that I know, and I will tell you guys over and over and over again, one of the things that you want to do, I promise you, you want to do this. The one thing that you want to do, the one thing that you want to take to court with you when you go to court, you want to take arrogance with you. You want to take that with you. You want to. And the reason why, it's like uh it's like this. So check this out. When I was a kid, I used to always be afraid of getting bit by a dog. Always. I can see a dog. I can see a dog foaming at the mouth now, barking at me, and I won't be scared. I just don't be scared no more. What happened? I got older, and I said, "There's only one thing you could do, doggy. You got one mouth. I will literally take my forearm, and shove it in your mouth, while I'll take my other hand and dog legs are thin. I don't know if y'all know that. You can snap a dog's legs. Dog's legs, you can snap them. But that's what I be thinking in my head. As far as the execution, may be different. But what I'm saying to y'all is, I am not afraid. When you go to court and you are afraid, what exactly are you afraid of? You didn't commit a crime. So what are you afraid of? You go to court with the perspective and narrative that they're gonna you. Yeah, ain't that what you say? I can't tell you how many stories I've heard. Oh, my wife's attorney and the judge is in each other. And I'm like, so what does that mean? I don't care if I went to court and they took a recess and you heard, oh, give me that big dirty. It don't matter. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. It's why I'm winning in life. I'm winning in life. I'm winning in health. For ugly mother, I'm sure it's pretty. God damn, I'm pretty. I just can't lose. I can't. I can't lose. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not losing. I'm sorry. I'm not losing. It ain't happening. I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm a black guy saying it. You want somebody in the image of part of some cult perspective on only this color people get ahead and this and all that. I am not losing. It ain't happening. It's not happening. I'm not losing. I'm not losing. That's something you have to deal with. That's something you gonna have to talk to yourself about. Me, I'm not losing. It ain't happening. No, sir. There's no version of me losing. It's not happening because, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get back to your regularly scheduled program. The problem and the reason why a lot of you guys don't understand a victory when you go to court is because you only look at one thing as a victory. You don't look at the fact that the mere fact that you put a halt to that bullet as a victory. If you tell me, if you tell me I'm getting a divorce and they tell me that I gotta buy my wife a car, true story, pay alimony, child support, and pay attorney's fees, and I just leave with child support and the buy the car, the attorney fees, and the alimony is she took a L. That is a landslide. That is a dag. Did you even try and run? That is a listen. Like I'm telling my man, bruh, you won a 1 mile race and you gave her a 3/4 of a mile head start. That is the equivalent. You hear what I just said? You raced somebody. You raced your ex-wife a mile. Y'all divorce race was a mile, and you gave her 3/4 of that mile head start, and you landslid us. Y'all got to know what a victory is. You got to know what a victory is. You have to. When you understand your victory, you'll start smiling. This is why when you retain us at 732-875-9111, you gonna text your name, $50 contest, and I'm ready when you're ready. Our perspective and our narrative over here. Let's start having some fun, baby. Oh, we're gonna have some fun, baby. Oh yeah. We're gonna start having some fun. All that, oh yeah, I went to court yesterday. No. Ooh, hello. Ooh, yeah. No. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Not happening. Just know that. All right. Talking about hearing officers here tonight. All right. I talked to you a couple of perspectives about these creatures. I talked to you about the gimmicks. I talked to you what happens when you challenge them. I told you about the perspective of the smoke screen. Now I'm a I listen. If you're going through this and you never use my service, I would like for you to ask this question. When you go talk to a hearing officer, just ask this question. What percentage of what I tell you is going to go to the judge? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me say it again. What percentage of what I'm saying to you here today, Mr. or Mrs. Hearing Officer person, what percentage of what I'm saying here to you today is going to get forwarded to the judge? What percentage? How many people will ask a hearing officer that? Or how many people want to know why you should ask a hearing officer that? Dang, I ain't got nothing to eat. I ain't got no. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I do. After 8 o'clock. Yeah, of course it's after 8 o'clock. Let me tell you why you want to ask a hearing officer. What percentage of what I tell you here today is going to get passed on to the judge? What percentage? The reason why you want to ask them that is you truly want an honest answer. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. What percentage of what you ask, what you're gonna tell that hearing officer? What percentage? Probably. Okay, it's tricky. The more in a position you are, the less. So a lot of you guys out there, excuse me, a lot of you guys out there, you want to give, you want to give Shaquita because you rolled up on Shaquita, uh, and you looked at her booty and it was like, you know, you rolled up on Shaquita and you know, you said, and you was like, "Oh, I got to have that booty. And look at that booty. I'm telling you, look at it from the side. It just flares out off her back. She got no waist. Oh, look at that booty." Now, a lot of you guys, what you do is you really get some substandard coochie. A lot of you guys get substandard coochie. All right. And you get substandard coochie. And what you don't understand, and this is another topic, substandard coochie, high child support amount. High value sister, low child support amount. Do you really think? Check this out. Check it out. I'm gonna drop some science on you guys here tonight. Do you know? Do you know part of the reason why I only walked out of court with a $259 a month child support amount is because Atia LaShawn Bradley was making between and $80,000. I ain't sticking my coochie in something less. Oh my! I got that $80,000 coochie. $80,000 coochie. I'm not putting my boy. I'm not. Hey, listen. I'm not for $12,000 a year coochie. I'm not doing that. I don't know how y'all do that. I don't. I'm mental. You know, I am. I'm mental. So I gotta love you. I need to love you. The bone. You know, when I love you, you getting it. All right. If you anyway, when you guys go attack and you out there on the hunt, you like, oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta get that. That's how it's gonna be. So a lot of you guys, you get that bottom tier coochie. And then you get that bottom tier coochie, and this is what be going on in your head. Yeah, she live with her mom, she ain't got no job, this and all that, and I want custody, I'ma get it. Then you run into a hearing officer. And then what does that hearing officer do? Hit you with smoke screens, don't tell none of your strong points, don't do none of that. This is why a lot of you guys lose. You don't understand this narrative. But you gonna learn today. Yeah, you learning today. Oh yes, you are. Oh yes, you are. Is you learning today? You getting it? I can tell because nobody else goes down this road and talk about this like I talk about it. Hey, listen, y'all. I am here tonight. I'm here every night between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I probably put a bow on it about 15 minutes to 9. I'd say to 9, but I normally wind it down to 8:45. But I'm here every night, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. And what I want individuals to do, what I want individuals to learn is that when I do this thing, I'm doing it from the heart. And in addition to doing it from the heart, I did it from experience. In addition to the experience, I'm also doing this based on education. I have educated myself so I can help you guys. And so helping individuals is um I think where you guys get the advantage. So once again, help starts with the consultation. And that consultation starts off with a text message to 732-875-9111. And you're going to text $50 consultation. I'm ready when you're ready. Please do not text us and say, hey, I won't be ready till next week. You're going to text us $50 consultation. I'm ready when you're ready. And we will get you in a consultation, and then you will learn and understand and get a perspective on everything that's going on, and you'll put yourself in a position where you're winning. You want to be in winning situation. Yeah, of course you do. And tonight's show is brought to you by Jefferson's Cafe. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine, with two locations. One is on North Day Street in Orange, New Jersey. The other location is on Maple Avenue in Montclair, New Jersey. Get on over there, check them out. Tell them Chris sent you. Jefferson's Cafe, the finest in Southern cuisine. All right, people. What we do over here, the way we help individuals, we draft up motions for people. We very rarely, in some instances, we do bankruptcy. We help people file bankruptcies. We might put that back on the schedule on a service menu. Uh, I'm really listen. I'd rather help people I'd rather help people with the divorce. I'd rather do bankruptcy so people that came out of a divorce than help people that to get their license back. Let me say that again. I'd rather help individuals that's coming out of a divorce do a bankruptcy than help individuals that's getting their license back. Individuals that get their license back, they don't pay attention. They don't do all the steps, the necessary steps it takes to get your license back and never get yourself in a position again. We had an individual that we helped about 5 or 6 years ago. Then we helped them in 2024. I'm sorry, 2023, get his license back. And then he tried to reach out to us for about 4 months last month. I didn't want to help him because he shouldn't have been in that situation again. This is what I mean when I say individuals don't listen. So we help with motions for custody. We help motions for child support. We help motions when you need to answer for um, divorces. I don't. I think I need to do a separate show on that. Do a show on that Thursday. Divorces. How you guys need to understand more than anything. You need to understand when it comes to a divorce, you gotta file an answer. A lot of you guys. I haven't had one guy pay attorney's fees. A lot of you guys, you go to court and you get raped. A lot of you guys go to court and you get hit with a six, seven, eight, nine, 10,000, $15,000 bill because you have to pay your wife's attorney's fees. I don't understand it. And no offense, not interested in you teaching me. All right. So I was talking about what's going on, Facts. I see you. So I was talking about uh, what happens. Um, why a lot of you guys, the biggest reason as to why you guys go talk to a hearing officer, and you talk to a hearing officer, and in talking to that hearing officer, like I said, because you guys, it's your choice. I don't want easy pussy. Not interested. There isn't a booty out there big enough to make me say, "Dang, she worked at Dollar General, but she got a." And I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'll take that fat chick that dressed like $1 million, that got a good job, and I see her taking care of her home. Then I'll take care of a no waist, big booty, fat booty chick, and I'm like, yeah. When as soon as I see that big booty, no, it's not happening. I'm mental. Like I tell individuals, I'm 100% mental. I'm not doing it. And the unfortunate is that a lot of you end up going to court, and you think because you put your inside of a chick that don't got nothing, and they don't. They just be busted and broke. You got up in some chick that was busted and broke, and you wondering why aren't I winning? What the boop is going on? Why aren't I winning? You're not winning because, as I stated earlier, a hearing officer's job is to lay down smoke screens when it comes to you thinking you're fighting, and have you thinking, and when the smoke clear, you excuse me, when the smoke clear, you're in complete understanding as to why you lost. I'm not interested in that. I'm not. There's no version of me where I'm saying, "Oh yeah, I understand this I'm losing." I'm never I can't say that enough. There is no version of me losing. I'm not losing. I'm just not. I'm not losing. I don't know why. I don't know what perspective, why. I don't know what makes you think that. I don't even know why you would take that chance. And a lot of you individuals, you take that chance. I'm not even talking to a hearing officer. I'm not. So what you don't ever want to do, you don't ever want to talk to a hearing officer. You don't. The reason why you don't want to talk to a hearing officer is because every time you get in front of that hearing officer, your words will be diluted to toilet water. You talk about talking. That what you talk about talking. There is no bigger time to talk than when you go talk to a hearing officer. You talk about that dude that weighed 110 pounds talking to a bodybuilder that's 230 pounds, 6'2", all muscle. You think that dude that's 120 pounds is talking? You talking the same thing. That's you when you go talk to a hearing officer. It's no way on this planet where you think you going in there. Okay, yeah, I'm serious. People, I've been doing this 25 years. I've talked to enough of you guys. Um, I talked to enough of you guys for you guys to do a consultation with me. And the way you talk is like you're gonna go in there and landslider, and then you disappear. And then 3 months later, hey, remember me? Yeah, I did a consultation with you. I told you I had, I told you, yeah, yeah, she was cock. I told you, the cockeyed chick. When I seen her, my dick went, and then I ended up getting that, and then I went to her house and I didn't know she was cockeyed because she had on some shades. But when I pulled out I noticed that she was grabbing that. She was going like this. I said, "No, no, yo, you cockeyed it. Oh, my dick is the one on the left." Yeah. And she had a roommate and this and all that. And you thinking, "Oh, I let a nut go. Oh yeah, she got a roommate. Ain't nowhere for the kid." That you be running down all these narratives, and then she hit you with a restraining order. She hit you with a restraining order, and that blocks you and that hearing officer is sitting down there going along with everything you saying. Oh, sorry, everything that the chick is saying. And you're saying, whoa, how am I losing? You're losing because you're talking to a hearing officer, Chief. King said, you're not even fighting her when you are in court. All you're taking, all you're talking should be on paper. Let me applaud that Negro. Let me applaud that Negro for that right there. You know what? Let me give you a better applause than that. Stand up. Let me read that again. You're not even fighting her when you're in court. All you're talking should be on paper. Let me applaud that Negro one more time. Round of applause for that Negro. Appreciate that. Fax is up in here. He said that is 100. Of course it is. More like 1,000. You're a couple of zeros short off of there, Chief. But that's all right, because that's what she should get, right? Right. So you're fighting this individual, and your perspective and narrative is, like I said, I should win. You're not going to win because you're dealing with a hearing officer, and a hearing officer's job is to throw in the gimmicks, hype, gimmicks, BS. It's all the same. If you don't understand this, you've seen it on full display with the rap group Public Enemy. Flavor Flav was the hype, Chuck D was the substance. Flavor Flav was the gimmick, Chuck D was the substance. When Chuck D got to talking, Flav, the hype and the gimmicks, shut up. You seen Flav with the clock doing his dancing and everything in the middle. But when Chuck started talking, Flav just walking around the stage. Yeah, boy. Yeah. And Chuck got to talking. Hype. What happens is y'all go to Flavor Flav court. Y'all be going to Flavor Flav court. Everything in there is a gimmick. Stop all that. Stop. It's all a gimmick. It's all a gimmick. All a fucking gimmick. It's gimmick court at its finest. And you guys go there and you don't understand. You don't see the writing on the wall. The second I go on there and I say, "You're a hearing officer of a judge or a judge," they're gonna say, "Why?" They're gonna get mad because, like I said, hearing officers don't like to be challenged. Oh, no. You will not challenge them because they'll when you challenge a hearing officer, you do nothing but let them know there's a lot of holes in your theory here. There's a lot of holes in the perspective you think you're gonna introduce to me. There's a lot of holes in there. I'm not trying to hear none of this. Nah, I'm not trying to hear this. Who you're who? Nah, That's not what we doing over here. You're a hearing officer. Why would I want to talk to you? All right. Another thing, what you guys got to understand if you don't understand nothing else. Hearing officer are selling scared. And no offense, you guys are buying. And you guys are like leaving astronomical tips. They selling scared for a penny and y'all leaving like $5,000 tips. Yeah. They selling scared for a penny, and y'all like leaving $5,000 tips. Take cocky and arrogance when you go. And I listen. Uh, like the angry man said years back. Yo, man, when I first heard your videos, man, I said you must carry your balls in a wheelbarrow. Then he later said in his video, Chris Smith of the League of Dads is as advertised. I am. I am. I don't play that. I'm sitting down here in my house doing a live stream, right? It's right here. I will never get caught slipping. The second one of my things go off and this and all that, and something come on my alarm, I'm not playing. If this is how I am in my house and everything, could you imagine how I am when you invite me to the war? Why do you think I'm the only one saying that baby mama name that ain't famous? You know, famous. I'm the only one saying it. Tia LaShawn Bradley, full name, all the antics. Invite me to court and see what happens. That's what you're getting. That's all you getting. I'm hitting you again and again. Take some of that and that and that. That's all I'm giving. I'm my father's son. I will not go to court. Listen, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end this with this tonight, y'all. And I definitely appreciate y'all for being here. When you had a father like I had, let me tell you something, man. So y'all know I brought this diesel. I brought the X5 diesel. Do you know that when I brought that truck? So I brought the truck. I went and brought when I went and looked at the truck, I didn't even test drive it. I started it up. And when you've been a mechanic for as long as I am, you can just listen to a car and tell if anything wrong with it. Diesels are a little funny because when they cold, they run a little rougher. Like if I was to get in a diesel and drive it from here to California, it gets better as it goes along. The fuel economy gets better the more you drive. But when I paid the money for the truck and I drove it off the lot, the first thing I said was, "Hey, Dad, I got a diesel just like you had." I said, "Dad, it ain't a Volkswagen Rabbit diesel." "Dad, it ain't a Volkswagen Rabbit diesel, but Dad, I got a diesel." Because my dad, my dad would sit us down. We'd be driving in his Volkswagen Rabbit. This is how my dad talked. You could put anything in this car. One time I put cooking oil in this thing and it ran. And all he did was Volkswagen Rabbit diesels. My dad had like two. I had two myself. But I understand a diesel engine and I got one. But the first thing I said, I didn't pick up the phone and call a friend. I didn't pick up a phone and tell anybody. The first thing I said when I pulled off the lot and I listened to it, it got that little and I said, I got one, Dad. First thing, I'm 56 years old. So if y'all could equate that when y'all listen to me, When I go to court, I told the Tia LaShawn Bradley, you better tell these people who I am. And it's got nothing to do with no street cred. Street cred. I ain't got no. I don't believe in that garbage. Street cred. No, I'm Todd's son. That's what I take to court. I always dreamt of me when I left court. My dad was out there waiting for me. Yeah, how did it go? Damn, you told him that? Oh, and my dad being mad at me. That's all I thought. I think today I work out so my dad that died in 2008 can be proud of me still. And he's not even here. You go to court and you don't listen to a guy like me. What's your excuse? See you here tomorrow. Later, y'all.